Hey guys, welcome back to D&D with Filthy and Friends. So, a quick recap of the last episode. After burning lots of things to death and murdering what seems to be mostly all of the adult males in this region, we seem to have survived. I don't know what the body count was. I think it's close to 30 we were looking at creatures on here after everything. We finally get a moment to stop killing for a second and have a look around. So a little bit of sightseeing in between our killing. That's really like how we like to roll. So I think we're going to have a little look around this keep and see what some of the secrets of this keep are and figure out if we can figure out anything about this horrible water cult that resides here. And maybe the bandits as well. And I want to see that guy's hammer. That hammer looks fancy. Did fancy things. So I want to turn into a boar. So let's go see.
The damp cult, you mean?
Yeah. The damp cult. I forgot their name, their special name. So how do we want to do this?
Maybe checking that hammer first thing before we wander away and forget.
Sure.
No, I think looting is after we clear for hostiles.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But clearing hostiles is number one.
No, he doesn't mean the whole keep, Kevin. He means just literally like looking into the spot where we met the guy initially and looking into the boat to make sure there's no one else around. Then we can search properly. We just don't want to see there's no more people moving towards us style thing.
Right. Just like a cursory kind of check, make sure we're not about to be attacked in a round or two.
Well, so do we want to check the southeast tower too?
Sure. Let's do the north thing while we're right here as a group. Just to the northwest room where we met the leader to begin with, like up here.
Sounds good. Just as a little side note, by the way, the only resource that I have not used is one more Bardic Inspiration, and I'm going to do it right now so that everyone has 8 temp HP, just in case for whatever reason we get attacked again.
Okay.
And Tim finishes his blade dance, like sort of dizzy at this point. He stops, he bows, and he looks around like expecting applause.
Sniven will very, very, very slowly clap a little bit.
Little golf clap.
Yeah, a little golf clap.
Hey Steve, it was perfect as you did that because you're making so much movement. Your camera auto zoom changed, so it got blurry on your screen for a moment as you said that. So the special effects budget went up.
The blur finishes too, so like
right.
blurred Tim suddenly consolidates into just regular Tim. Just regular old Tim now. It's time to chill out, have a good rest of the night, I think.
Who's now purged his discontent with humanity for having lied.
Purged
it's
humanity.
Good to have some fun, you know? It's good to have some fun, but important not to have too much.
30's the right number? That's moderation, you're saying?
Oh, well, I only got 27.
Right.
Alright, so that one, we want to check the inside of the boat where that mage came out of.
Wait, I thought we were doing this big tower here.
Yep, but I guess... Sorry, what do you mean? You want to go further up into it?
First?
Well,
Sure. If you want to do that. I literally just want to be like, there aren't more people running out of holes at us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Before we split up and start looking around style thing.
Oh, okay.
Let's just clear this northwest tower together, and then we'll go clear the boat together. And...
Sure. Let's do it all together.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so you go into the big keep. Do you want me to describe it again as you go in?
Meh.
No,
So you're going up the stairs, or are you going to the 2 doors downstairs?
I'm collecting the paperwork that we left on the desk that shows routing and attacks and connections to other bandits or whatever that was. I'm collecting all that.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit more thorough search, I guess, of this. I guess not so long, but like opening desk drawers and things like that. Anything we can do a little bit above and beyond.
Okay, so let's see. We'll just say that that's the report that you found is Jollivar's notes. You found this. Xilo found the secret door when he went through his little invisibility.
Yeah, we're not going down there, guys.
Yet.
Yeah.
Poke our head in after we've got a chance to rest.
So you found all you found is those reports in this room.
Okay.
And where are you going? To the doors downstairs or upstairs? Sorry.
Downstairs. Let's not.
All right. Which door are you going into first?
Southern.
Okay.
If there's a bunch of monks cooking bread,
we're just hungry. We've been sent down.
Delicious scented bread. This plain dormitory features 6 bunk beds and a small wooden table and chairs, as well as 2 large laundry tubs and several baskets full of dirty clothes and linens.
Of course, the earth cult, the dirt cult would be making bread. The damp cult would be doing laundry. Of course. That's the work delegation of the elemental cult in this area. Specialty.
In this room, there are 3 human commoners that seem very scared as you open the door. Who opens the door?
That's
I do.
me.
Oh, damn.
No, Thaddeus does for sure.
Okay.
Oh, hello. I don't recognize you. You're not one of those horrible cultists, are you?
I poke my head in over his shoulder and grin, filed teeth, full like drow person, like personage, like persona.
There's a little girl, and she kind of like, or a young lady, and she kind of screams and backs away.
Chakolth, maybe don't smile anymore. Just no more smiling.
Oh, that would be easy with you, Tim.
It's not a great look on you.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oh my god, sorry, I was having some problems. All right, my name is Anya, and this is Bird and Nareen. We were kidnapped by these people, but we come from Womford. They've made us take care of cleaning and cooking and laundry all the time. Oh, please, we just want to go home.
Did you say one of you is named Bird?
A
Yeah.
typical story for bandits.
So, Anya,
Thaddeus, I'll hold them down. Get your warhammer.
As it turns out, one of my companions
please,
is
no, we're
looking
not
for a
bandits. Don't
bird.
let your friend near us, please.
Don't worry. We have come to liberate you from this filthy, maggot-infested keep. We will be helping you leave as soon as we've ensured that it's safe. If you could just stay here so we don't accidentally kill you as we travel about, that would be lovely, thank you.
Oh yes, of course. As you request.
That's it. He literally
just
turns
walks straight past them.
He breaks eye contact, turns straight over, and just as far as Thaddeus' world, that is accounted for. It's beautiful. That's so fucking perfect.
Oh, brilliant.
Can I would like to tie them with rope, to make sure that I'd like to tie them to the washing stations or something
Tim,
as we
Tim,
leave the room.
personal hobbies another time. We have a keep to explore.
These are dangerous people. We can't trust these people.
Can I tell that when
Are you here? I thought you were
Tim,
here to help.
when Tim
I'm
is
going to try to save you from yourself. Your terrible impulses as a human being.
Can we have a word with Tim? Like, I pull Tim aside with the rest of the party. Please, just one moment. Tim, these people haven't done anything to you. Tim, snap out of it. Sniven's dead. You don't want to any worse than that. What would Sniven think?
Sniven?
I'm
Sniven?
not dead yet.
Sorry, Sniven.
I'm not dead yet!
Mr. Snivels is dead. What would he
Can I
think?
have his boots?
What?
Can I have his boots?
Whose
Sniven's boots. They're great. They're great boots. I've had my eye on those boots since I met him.
Simon looks at Tim and he just doesn't know how to feel
No
about
one-
this.
Yeah.
We can continue exploring. That's fine.
All right.
Tim does not trust those people, though.
Tim, would you like to keep a watch on him? Make sure they don't make a run for it. Maybe.
No,
Oh God.
I don't trust you guys either right now.
We just
I'm gonna
found.
keep my eye on you as well.
We just found Chucky.
These look like kids.
Two
Oh, that-
large
that's
hearths
perfect.
on the north wall of this room hold kettles full of simmering stew. Wash basins and work tables with old battered crockery stand in the middle of the room. Sacks, casks, and barrels are piled along the southern wall, and cheeses and smoked fish hang from the ceiling. You see two commoners labouring here. They look to be quite young. They turn around in a similar fashion. Oh, hello? You startled us. You don't
Get
look
out of
like...
the room with the food, in with these people, we're saving you.
Oh my! At last, someone's come to help us. And they sort of run in here, and they start conversing with the other commoners, and they explain, like what's going on, kind of thing.
And I thought it would be rough with having 3 charisma characters, but man, we're doing just fine. Just
Right.
fine. Doing it well.
Managing to be really bad at talking to people, nonetheless.
Yeah.
If
You
you
guys have
fools,
better charisma than me? Man.
if you fools want to grab food as we explore, there's some in the hair.
Yep.
Go
It's not,
through it.
it's not
Was
dinner
that
time,
addressing
Thaddeus.
the party or the NPCs?
No, the party.
It's not dinner time, Thaddeus. It's still killing time.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
I was gonna eat that boar, actually.
grab a piece of cheese and bread as I wander through.
Ditto.
Sure.
What's boiling away on the hearth here? Soup?
Stew.
Stew.
Yeah, be careful though. Like that's how they wash laundry too, right?
This stew smells amazing. Don't do anything gross to it until I return.
You both regain
After
2
Thaddeus
points.
returns, then you can do gross stuff to it.
Okay. So we found the maintenance section of the keep.
That's great.
Okay, so now to the second story.
You know, this makes me glad we didn't wander up to the edge of the keep and toss 2 fireballs in each one of these arrow slits. That would have been a shame.
Sure, do you want to open?
Where do we want to go next?
Over here?
The top.
bit?
Yeah. hmm
Okay, so which
So
door?
it's to the left of the keep where we're at now, but it's a representation of just going to the second story.
And before I leave, I'm going to say, please stay here. Don't wander into the courtyard. It's filled with dead bodies, and would rather you weren't upset.
Right, you are, Master Dwarf. We'll stay right here. We wouldn't want the children to see those corpses.
Right. There's several in a state of horrible disarray, limbs askew. It would not be good for them.
Make sure not to think about dead bodies everywhere.
Right. What are we doing next? Top or bottom?
Stumbling through our lives like we normally do, I assume. I guess we're having a look around.
Yeah, is anyone coming up here with me? Is just
Yeah,
me
sure.
open these doors?
Right next to you. Right
Yeah,
next.
I know you are, but
Well-
I've
I'll tell you what. I'll just make a pact with the GM on this one. I'm following you around as you explore the keep, but rather than drag my token around, I'll just assume I'm near you when you get places.
Sure, I always figured that.
Okay.
lovely. North door, please.
Alright. This little room. Old bookshelves line the walls of this room, but most are empty. One old shelf has been cleared and restocked with a selection of tomes. A single bunk sits under the narrow window at the far end of the room, near a small desk. A wooden chair and a chest. The floor looks wet.
The water mage. Clearly.
Maybe.
The water mage was on the other side of the keep in the boat. Seems...
Okay. So are you suggesting someone's invisible in here?
Well, possibly. Or possibly something's going on here, clearly. Why is it wet?
Is anyone investigating the room?
I want to start ritualing detect magic. Just sort of sit in the chair and cast it as a ritual for 10 minutes.
I
So
wanna
you're
take...
going
as he,
in?
As he does 10 minutes of that, how big is this room? Like 20 foot?
Yeah.
I'm going to take out my 10-foot pole arm, and I'm just going to... I'm not going to swing it blade first, but I'm going to swing it from the haft of that and just
Sure.
clear some space with that. And I see if I bump into anything that's invisible that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, you don't hit anything.
Okay.
Is anyone like physically going in and looking around the room and investigating anything?
Yeah, we'll do that too.
Okay. You make a roll.
Sure. I'm great at investigating.
Well,
Or do you want the proficient people? Are you proficient at it? Do you want them to be searching? How do you want to do this?
Right, again,
Just roll together.
yeah. Problem is, our proficient guy in investigation is also chanting.
well, I've got high perception.
Different thing, though. Investigation's like putting together the clues to
Is
figure out something.
Stephen the only person that can do it?
Yeah.
Right.
He's
So we'll
like,
say
well,
you're
no, the
doing
bard
it.
is. The bard's always proficient at everything because of Jack of all trades. So if he could roll, that'd be
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Well, if you're physically doing it, or are you going to physically do it together, you and Xilo?
Well, Tim is dancing.
That's what I mean, so he can't do it.
Well, we can wait till he's done dancing. If we want to spend 10 minutes there, I
Yeah.
can eat my sausage. My smoked sausage
Right,
whatever I got.
sure.
So.
Okay.
That's fine.
Let's just wait 10
So-
minutes then.
In the meantime, can we look around? Like, just read book titles and stuff?
Sure. So we'll
What's
see
it
if you want. You can even explore the other rooms because he's going to be there for 10 minutes.
Good.
So, okay. So in the wooden chest by the bed, you can see. 8
Actually,
silver pieces.
hey,
Oh.
1 sec, please. Are we supposed to just be opening doors and peeking in?
Basically, checking for ourselves. We're not really investigating everything.
And we're not trying to gather up loot, right?
Well, rather than do it twice, sure, let's do this. Let's do it now. I'm okay with that.
All right.
So if you want to look at shit and do shit, that's great.
Okay. And I'll add that.
Scroll of
Okay,
Haste.
so there's some silver, some gold, a silk pouch that holds 4 jaspers with gold. You can just convert all that if you want. A scroll of haste, a scroll of wall of water, which is a spell from this adventure. 12 books, which are worth 25 gold each. I'm going to say you'll have to sell those. Actually, no, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. It's up to you. You can convert this to gold if you like, or if you want to use them maybe nautically. I don't know.
Kevin, are you adding this to party stuff or Xylo? Xylo was doing that?
I am.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you do the investigation before or after you detect magic?
After.
Okay, so do you want to
Yep.
explore the other rooms first
Sure.
Yep.
while he's doing that?
Okay.
So we'll go to the south.
Open the southern door, please. Yeah.
4 bunk beds line the wall of this guard room. To the south, an arrow slit looks out over the castle yard, and a door exits to the castle parapet. Another door exits to the north.
All right. So, yeah, I want to crack open that door. I don't understand. Oh.
So that door
Yeah,
leads
it's here.
to here.
Okay. Yep.
And you can see there's another one at the opposite end down there.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know there was a door there.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go back out in the hall then, if somebody wants to search that room. I'm going to search the tip of this, because there's a whole bunch of castle missing out that west edge.
All right. You want to roll investigation?
Is that perception?
Or...
Nope, it's investigation. It's a different one.
Really?
Yeah, one is for.
Well, I guess,
what-
I mean...
Okay.
Go on.
Sorry. So the distinction that is it's between looking for something and in figuring something out. So if you're like, okay, I see this water and I see this, I see water and I see a spilled cup and I roll investigation and figure out the water came from the spilled cup. You can do that. Versus like, are you looking specifically for something like a trap door? Are you looking
Yeah,
for?
I'm
Okay,
looking
let's say
for a
that.
secret door at the end of the hallway.
Okay, so so you could probably make a perception for that if you had a reason to do that. I believe that's how that works.
That's what I just said. I believe there is a secret door because there is a lot of the castle missing, and so I want to check for a secret door at the end of this hall. Can I roll perception?
Sure.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay.
All right. Good.
Okay.
And you get advantage, right? Because you have
Yeah.
your shield.
Yep.
You can tell that this is just a normal wall.
Okay.
I'm suspicious. There should be more castle out here.
Why do you say that?
Because it's a semicircle, and we're at a flat wall. If you look at where the wall lines up with the wall underneath, like this door puts us out on that parapet, there's half of this keep still missing out to our west.
What? I'm not sure what you're seeing. We're in a.
This spot here, right?
Ping it for me. I'm probably not understanding here. Okay.
That lines up over top of this spot here,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
That means that all of this half circle is missing from the map.
Oh, you mean the upstairs version of that half circle?
Right.
Yep. There should be something there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that one was a waltz, quite beautiful. An ancient dwarven composer, in fact, developed that dance. And if you'll note right here, I'm gonna open a secret door in a bookshelf.
Okay.
What?
Well, good deduction,
I'm
Thaddeus.
sorry, Kevin. It was in the other room, so you didn't.
Right.
But his investigation that you rolled right at the start. That's why I asked if it was before or after. Found it.
So it was in the room with the water on the ground. Yes.
Correct.
Nice.
Right. Okay.
We got that. Guys.
So, just double checking. Passive perception does not find secret doors.
Not if it's not above the DC.
I have a 20 passive perception.
Do you?
Yeah.
From.
I
Okay,
believe-
the shield gives you like 1,000,000 or something.
Right.
Would it just be
I guess.
easier, Adam, to remove the passive part of the passive perception on that shield since we're not using it and it causes
Yeah.
problems?
That would be handy.
Okay.
That's all right.
Yeah, it already gives advantage on all perception rolls. That's pretty amazing. And he had a reason to look, and he did look, and he probably would have looked in the next room in a minute anyways because he would have found it sooner or later.
I guess I feel like if his passive perception is 20, then you'd just walk into the room and see every single secret I ever tried to hide.
Right.
That shield's obviously a bit stronger than I thought.
Oh my god, it's incredible. Incredible item.
So
You're-
you find this room. A large semicircular room occupies the western half of the floor of this keep. 3 narrow windows look out over the countryside outside the castle walls, and the room's furnishings are very plain, including a hard-looking bunk, a small wooden table, a couple of simple chairs, and several large chests which occupy the room's southern corner.
Loot the chest.
Is there a lich in there?
No, it's what's his face? The leader's room.
He has it behind a secret door. There's always men are
Yeah.
going to know about that. That's going to be the least
There are a
secret
bunch of
secret room
boar
ever.
snacks.
Where
boar
else?
snacks.
He clearly went back here. This is clearly his place.
Okay.
Definitely his place.
All right. Some more. That's quite a bit of money.
Cool.
It's 10 per for silver, so it's like 510. Okay.
So you find that in the chest.
510 and then 150. So 660. Okay. It's good. We need healing potions.
Meh,
You didn't
we
even
need to
use
put
any,
the
right?
roof back on the church also.
In terms of detect magic, you don't really see anything of that has magicalness in these rooms that you've been in so far.
Does that
Okay, but I
investigation
have
roll let him put
the-
together what that water does? What that water's from? Because I'm clearly not catching on what's going on. Why is there water spilled?
Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, the implication that you guys talked about the water mage or something similar, so it could be something like that. You saw that a lot of these.
That he's just always damp and soggy, and he's in a library.
He's like made of water.
His race, his race is like half water elemental. So it's
And he
It would make
chose.
sense
He
that
thought
you
that
kind of-
his profession would be a mage. He just start, become a wizard by studying scrolls and tomes for ages on ages, and like no one tried to talk him out of that. Like, don't touch the books,
mean-
asshole.
Make them all wet.
He's
I
every
guess
time-
it's not as excessive as you'd think, but
maybe he wears gloves.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's dripped all over the floor. You can't even bring him indoors.
I don't know. He's half a
He's
water
not
elemental.
fucking
by
house
itself.
trained. That's why they put him on the boat. That's why he's out there in the first place. Not allowed in the keep.
I do have detect magic up for the next 10 minutes as I walk around.
Good. We
So,
sprint to the next location.
yeah, let's go check out the boat.
You guys want to go?
Yeah.
Boat.
You good with that, Thaddeus?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. A large keelboat is moored to the inner side of the keep's east wall, floating in the boat basin. A rope ladder leads from the top of the wall to the deck, about 6 feet below, and hatchways lead into the boat's cabin from the bow and the stern. Do you guys go into the boat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a regular boat as you'd expect it to go inside. You find a locked chest.
Ooh.
Do we have a key, Thaddeus?
And check any bodies.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We should.
The
we
key
should,
will be on a body.
On the
I
way
guess that-
over, can we check the bodies of the leaders? All of them. There's like 4 that we recognize: the 2 mages, the sword mages, the water mage, the boar, and the 5, I guess, and the guy with the mace. We want to search their bodies in particular.
I kind of figured that it would be quickly check and then for hostiles, and then just real briefly just say, okay, we want to loot absolutely everything. So if we're doing both at the same time,
I was with you until it started taking too long, and then I agreed that not doing it twice would make more sense.
So if we're just looting everything now also, then can we just say we'd like to loot all of the bodies also?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Jesus, so this is in the chest over here? Okay.
Yeah. So a locked chest well, not all of it. So a locked chest contains the silver and the gold. The mage himself, which is surely just he has a leather belt which contains a key, 10 gold, and the malachites and the potion. And then below in the stern of the ship is stolen goods of ale, fish, 12 large bundles of cured pelts. So that's all worth 40 gold each. That's something that you guys are going to have to physically move, and I can't just let you convert that to gold. You're going to have to figure out, that's a boat full of cargo. What do you want to do with it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sail it down the river.
Yeah.
Sail it down the river.
Let's not do that quite yet. Okay.
There's a potion.
I've always wanted to be a pirate.
Who's taking the potion of healing?
Oh, scroll of Pyrophall? Oh my god.
There's I'm just adding all of this to the party stuff, but that one, plus we have one extra unclaimed healing potion.
Yeah, I figured somebody should actually claim that, and I'd love to have it if no one else needs it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, does someone want this other one that we had?
I think you should have it, Silo. You heal everybody else.
Okay.
And I'm claiming scrolls.
Okay, you have the
I can
the
just
scroll
roll
of haste
Fireball.
and-
You sure I shouldn't just use it for a one-off random time rather than let you learn Fireball permanently?
Oh yeah, go for it. Just shoot it at me again. That'll be great.
There's a scroll of haste and a scroll of wall of water also then.
Yeah, can anybody else learn haste?
Kevin can at 9, but he can't before then. And I cannot.
Until then, or we
No,
can
he
use it.
he doesn't learn it like you learn it. Only wizards can do what you're doing. Like learning off scrolls permanently.
So the locked chest was opened?
Yeah, with the key that you got from one of the bodies.
Okay.
400 crossbows?
Is that what it says?
Oh, crossbow bolts. It cuts off on
Right.
it. I'm like,
So that's so that's the armory, which is I think that's this room over here, K6. Yeah, it is. So you guys would eventually get here. So again, that's another practical thing that's a lot of equipment. If you want to find a way to move the equipment and the cargo to sell it or whatever, you can feasibly start thinking about that.
Like a boat.
Or you've got an armory and a boat in your new keep. I don't know what you guys are doing now. You've now got 2 keeps. Whatever.
Well, one of them isn't ours. One of them belongs to Moradin.
I was going to say, Moradin didn't start off as a very impressive god before this campaign. The end of this campaign, he's going to own about 2/3 of the world.
Well,
Right,
whoever was in charge of this fortress certainly doesn't live here anymore. So.
Right. I think this one can be ours. There's a church. I can put a church in it, a little shrine. You can have that corner, but we've got to have room for our weapons and stuff. And look, they're already tucked away in this armory. That's good.
Okay. How about that guy's hammer, since we searched his corpse?
Yeah, it's just like a standard 2-handed hammer.
Okay, so
So
it
you
was
don't
something
think,
he was doing that was making it so powerful.
His sheer strength, you can determine.
Wow. Well, I'm glad I hit him a lot of times with that polearm. So I almost didn't hit him at all. Okay. We have 2 more towers to search.
Well, what do you say about the hammer?
It's nothing.
Nothing.
It's just like a standard normal
Oh, okay.
wall. So where are you going now?
Bottom right tower.
Bottom right.
Southeast. Yep. So the guy with the mace, nothing special on him. The two mages, nothing special on them.
Just that scroll of fireball, looks like.
So Jolivar had a key. That's another key that you got. The mages had, a couple of the scrolls.
Okay. So you already gathered that all up for us.
Yeah, that should hopefully be in that list. If there's anything else I miss as we read it, I'll just give you that as well.
Great. Thank you.
So, the upper floor of this tower looks deserted, but the ground floor is still in use. Curtains hang across the eastern half of the room, which wall off someone's private quarters. Several straw pallets lie on the floor near the door. A capstan stands against the north wall with a heavy chain disappearing through the pipe to the northeast. The river laps just beneath the arrow slits of the tower. You can determine that the capstan would raise or lower the chain that blocks the castle's water gate. One person could operate it. It would require multiple actions to do this. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So that's it's like a little bed, and it's got the winch for the gate or the chain.
Okay. Southwest Tower.
Did we want to check the Bugbear Tower for any reason?
Hey, I think we.
You did that in the middle of combat. Remember?
Yeah, but we didn't actually search it at all.
We're now searching everything, so we can do it in. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so this room. Excuse me. This is the gatehouse. The gate opens to a 30-foot passage leading east. Portcullis blocks the far end of the passage, which you guys have seen. You can see the castle yard, etc. Yeah, I think I described this to you when you first arrived. The interior. Here we go. This is the ground floor of the gatehouse. A door leads to the east. Stairs climb to the floor above, and arrow slits in the room offer a view of the ground outside. The castle and the gate passages to the north. 2 double bunks stand against the wall. Okay. So you can see that essentially they could fire like into you from here. They could fire out like that.
Sure.
And then some stairs going up.
Yeah, it's a castle.
All right.
We go upstairs.
Stairs up.
Okay, so that's over here. So the upper floor, this room above the castle gatehouse features doors that lead out to the tops of the walls to the north and the east. Stairs lead down to the floor below that you just came from. A chain mechanism in the northern half of the room positioned over the metal gate raises or lowers the gate bars. Another controls the portcullis. 3 holes in the floor, each about a foot square, look down on the passage below. So you could imagine them, chucking stuff down onto people inside, etc. Someone wants to do investigation for this room?
That'd be me.
In the bard, you should always roll. It's just advantage.
So again, perception doesn't help me see things.
You're really struggling with this one.
I do.
Yeah.
Investigation helps you solve things and figure out. All right, I will learn more.
I also struggle with the distinction on that, and it seems to be a little bit DM decision making on that. The best one I've seen that clarifies that is about seeing versus deducing. Is the best clarification I've had with investigation and perception. But there's no guarantee that that's how Adam thinks about it. So it's just me clarifying one way to look at that. So
perception, is entirely sight-based. Investigation is like,
look at this thing that might hold some stuff in it. Kind of
how well you do at deducing what is relevant and valuable in a room as you're looking around it.
Okay, so that's the difference. So it's not that he doesn't see these things in the room. It's like, okay, you wouldn't think to look in that bag because the bag has no relevance to you. That bag has gold in it.
Right, exactly.
All right.
And that the dice sort of determines how effectively you're doing that. As I've said in the past, you guys could just say, we search this room until we find everything. And I'm like, okay, well, that's just going to take you a fraction more in terms of time, but you will eventually get all of the secrets out of the room in that case, if that were a thing. So yeah, you guys find another locked container, which you had a key for. The coffer contains silver, a potion of healing, and a potion of, I don't know what that does, diminution?
Much strangely tiny. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll find a use for that.
Does someone want this healing potion then? Because that's another one.
I'll take it.
Okay.
So did we have one from before? We did. So I now have 2 healing. Are these the same type we already had? What are these ones?
Yeah.
What are the other ones do for us? They were 2d4 plus 2 or something?
Mm-hmm.
I think we have 7 total now. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, Tim, you have these other scrolls written down, so I can remove them.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So we gave Kim the fireball scroll. Excellent. It's
What do you
only
wanna
wizards who learn scroll spells that way, right? Everybody else just uses them and one-offs them. Okay.
Right.
All right. What else do we want to do? Well, I think we need to go deal with these people now that the place does seem clear. It looks like when we take our next rest, we want to keep an eye on this trapdoor down or this passage down. and I want to rest. Because now that we're not in immediate danger, I want to take some time to rest and recuperate. So maybe we combine light activities of resting. We can't, I mean, technically we can't long rest again, because it's been about 6 minutes since our last long rest. And we need 24 hours. But at the very least, we can short rest and get hit point dice back and short less resources. So let's head up to the people who are in the food area, the food and washing area, and we will talk to them as we kind of take a break and have our short rest, if we can do that.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know where everyone's tokens are, so if you just want, I don't know
Sure.
if you need them or not.
I don't.
There's a bandit there. Interesting.
Not
Okay,
anymore.
so you guys go back to the room, and who's going in to talk to them?
Anyone?
Well, I hate to say it,
Anyone except Tim, probably.
but that might be good timing. Am I just like reading time long? Did that like 45-minute segment just disappear?
That usually happens when looting. It does.
Okay. So is this a good spot for us to cut it today?
Sure.
All right, so I think we're gonna do just that then. When we come back next time, when we're bright and bushy-eyed, we can bushy-tailed. What is it? Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, right?
Bright-eyed.
Yeah,
Bright-eyed and
bright-eyed and
bushy-tailed.
bushy-tailed. We can have some social interactions with these people, which are not quite as much like, "Why are you here? Go away. We want to rest." then we'll continue on and maybe have a look into the bowels of this keep. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And we'll. We're not recording this campaign next week. Unfortunately, one of our players is out of town, but we will resume the week after that. So sorry for that, but we'll see you soon. Next week, we'll be doing the continuation of the one-off with Arumba, although Kevin won't be here and Adam will be here. So it will be many of the similar players and will be a continuation of that. And I'll be DMing again. Gulp. So any Roll20 I can possibly figure out between now and then is going to be helpful. Adam's going to give me some tips because he does this much, much smoother than I do. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Go check out Steve's channel. Go check out Adam's channel. I'll see you soon.